All right, hey guys, what is up? It is Bibzuda, and welcome back to the Outlast Trials Tips series, which is a series that I am doing to basically over-explain and talk about everything that I'm thinking as I go through each of the trials in the game, and with the goal of this series being to help people who are maybe less experienced or newer players get A pluses in solo in the game. And yeah, that's pretty much what we're trying to do with this one. And we are on the fourth trial now of Program Genesis, which is Cleanse the Orphans. I thought it was Grind the Bad Apples because the trial order prior to the rework where they turned them all into the Program Genesis trials was Kill the Snitch and then Grind the Bad Apples. But I guess they changed it up after that. And it makes some sense because, in my opinion, Grind the Bad Apples is more difficult. But anyway, yeah, we do have Cleanse the Orphans here, which is the second full trial that we'll be completing here in this series. And yeah, we're going to jump in and just talk about everything that I'm thinking as I go through the trial. And please leave your feedback on these in the comments if you have any, as I would like to improve them in any way possible. But so far it seems that they've gotten some pretty positive reception. And actually in the next video, because as you can see in the top right, I have 18 tokens. This will give me my last 2 for the rebirth. I'm going to be doing the tips video for the rebirth trial a little bit early, just because I think a lot of people could benefit from that, and I often get questions about it. So I think I could put that one out more quickly and get that, you know, just the overly explained rebirth walkthrough to help people out who are struggling with that trial. Anyway, one last thing before I jump into things here. Of course, I have mentioned this a few times and did a community post, but in case you missed those, on this Friday, the 14th, the Talos Principle 2 DLC will be coming out, and I'm going to be playing through it and uploading my first playthrough on the channel, just like I did for the base game. If you're an Outlast Trials viewer and that's all you care about, you can easily just skip those videos, and I'll be back to normal Outlast content after finishing the DLC. It's just something I want to have available on the channel as a complete playthrough of the full game, including the DLC, but I'm not going to be uploading any other games at the moment or anything like that. Just a heads up for those of you who are interested in only Outlast. Anyway, jumping into Cleanse the Orphans here, we have our standard loadout of Stun, Noise Reduction, Strong Arm, and Incognito. If you are someone who is a lower level, doesn't have access to all of these things, then maybe check out my loadout breakdown and analysis video that can help you think about what to buy when you're leveling up and don't have the high enough level for all of these things. It is a viable thing to bring blind on this trial, but you don't really tend to have blind upgraded. In my opinion, it's best to go for stun to be fully upgraded first. So if your stun is higher level than your blind, then I would always bring that. Yeah, starting off here, I usually just run straight up to this area here, since there's often a lot of items around. There's a brick spawn there, a bottle here, and then I will jump over the wall here. Depending on the variators, there will be an X-Pop wandering around here, but I guess maybe on Genesis they don't exist. We got a beautiful 3 brick spawn right there. There's potential for a poster right here, and there is indeed one there. And the good thing about this trial, also, if the X-Pop sees you, you can just run all the way straight up to the radio room and you'll be good. But, well, I don't think I've ever noticed that Gooseberry's in there. Maybe I'm an idiot. Wow, I don't think I've ever saw that. But yeah, if you're being chased by that X-Pop, you can just run straight up to the radio room and do that, and you're all set. But if you're safe, you can look around in the lobby, because in my opinion, there is pretty much always a poster somewhere in the lobby. It can be here, on this wall, over there, could be through here, on like the back side of this, or on this door or something, or over here anywhere, maybe in this room. But there is a poster pretty much always in the lobby, and then there is a guaranteed poster in the chapel, so you only really need to find one extra poster, which we found right away. One other spot that the poster could be, if it's not anywhere down there, is right there, which I think also would qualify for that spawn. But yeah, this trial is one of the easiest for posters, in my opinion, because of those factors. Also, it can be nice to check right there is a potential secret room spawn. There's pretty much 4 secret rooms that are the most common on this trial. I'll be pointing those out. And I think there's a couple that can happen but are very rare that I've never actually seen. I've just read about them. Of course, these radios can be a little bit annoying. You pretty much just have to line up the lines using the 3 dials. It does have a fairly generous leeway that'll give you the success even if you don't complete it. Make sure you don't leave right away. Do check out the Faith broadcast map here to see where your radios are. I have one in the infant's dorm, one in the girls' dorm, both on the left side in the larger room. Very, very helpful to have that quick look to see where you need to go, and then you can quickly run out and head straight for the first one. Because if you are quick about it, and unluckily for me, I've not got any nuns to let me in. I think one's about to show up. But if you're quick, you can get to the first radio with it before any X-Pops or anything come out to harass you, which can be nice to get a head start on those. And there we have it. Of course, there are two sides of each area that could have the radio. We got the larger room in both of our instances, and the only way into these rooms is through the nun doors. But if you get the smaller room, which is this one here, you can go through a garage door. Each of them has one of these if you'd like to do it. Previously, that was pretty much a terrible idea, but nowadays, after they've reduced the sound amount of garage doors, it could be a viable option. But yeah, you'll usually run into Gooseberry on your way to or at the second radio. We're going to quickly run in here, be prepared to throw our stun rig at Gooseberry. Yeah, Gooseberry will normally be patrolling the radios often and will almost always be at the second radio if you did the first one right away like I did. So just wait for her to leave and then you can quickly jump on it, and whenever you finish the second radio, Gooseberry will immediately run for the nearest elevator thing and be gone from the trial for the time being, so you don't have to worry about her at that point. We do have an X-Pop here to deal with. Each of the three sections will have an X-Pop in it wandering around, so just be aware of them when you're going through. And of course, all the doors that open with the nuns will also open for enemies. They'll be allowed to go through them even if they're not normally open, so make sure you keep that in mind. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the radio section. It's generally not too bad. Just make sure you aren't jumping on a radio if you're not fully aware that Gooseberry hasn't checked it recently or has checked it recently, because if she comes up behind you while you're on that radio, you might have a bad time, because she does tend to check them, every so often. But yeah, once you're done up there, we can head down here. And guys, if these videos are helping you out, or if you're even just enjoying the additional trial playthroughs, do not forget to smash the like button like so. I appreciate that very much. And we are going to now head to the film reels section. If you, for whatever reason, have blind, I'd recommend you plop it down right there. It can be very helpful. But right away, I will just run straight into the center area here. You need to toss the film reels onto these little item exchange door little thingies, because the doors to the classrooms where these need to be delivered and the door to the center room where you need to remove them from do not allow items to pass through them. There will be bars that close off these doorways and prevent you from moving items through. And there will be at least one X-Pop in this area. Depending on variators, there could be 2 of them. And we actually have our third and final poster already before the chapel, which is kind of cool. But pretty much whenever you're coming up on this spot right here, be sure to look in the hallway there to see if anybody's coming. Of course, this guy is here, so we're going to just hit him with the brick. And now we have our reels out and available. Now to find which classrooms are the ones you need. Of course, this being Genesis, we got a pretty generous hint that one's right here, but you can just come over here and see this one to see if it's the one that you are supposed to be using, and then just toss your thing there because the screen is visible directly right there. Another poster. Wow. Is this guy coming over here? He is. Then you can check classroom number 1 by just peeking in here, and there is the item exchanger thing is way over there. Trade window, I guess is what they call it. Also, always try to stay away from the lockers in these areas. They tend to have jumpers in them a lot of the time. And then depending on your headset and headphones setup, you can try just running through the back hall here and checking them by peeking in and trying to listen for the song. I don't think I heard it there. So we're gonna hope it's in here. Yeah, so I can see the projector in there. So it was classroom 4. Or if you're not confident in being able to do that, you can go check the classrooms either by going through this area to the other hallway or just going back down to the beginning from the start there. Either way, you're going to want to come to this hallway over here on the far side, because that right there is another potential secret room spawn that you'll probably want to check out. This time, unfortunately, we did not get that, so we got a little bit unlucky on getting one of the worst secret room spawns, unless we got one of the rare ones, which I don't even tend to check unless I don't find it. Well, I accidentally walked on E. I blame my AC for that because it's so freaking loud and I can't hear the beeping of the Psychosis mine, but not a big deal. Oh yeah, I forgot we had this one, so we gotta go around to classroom 2, which is right through here, and we can add our second film reel onto it. So yeah, not too difficult of a section. It's mainly the getting the reels out of the center area that can be difficult sometimes, depending on your luck. That's why I think it's best to do it right away. And if you end up getting cornered in that little area where you are getting them out, you always have your rig available to bail you out in that case. So actually, I can go check one of the other secret room locations. It's, I believe, right up here. This like back bathroom area. This might be it right here. Again, these aren't secret rooms that I've pretty much ever gotten. And if I did get them, I don't check them. I just read about them on... So I think maybe this bathroom can be a secret room, but I'm not. Don't take my word for that. I just checked it because why not? I was right there at the end. Was that Mama over there? Patrolling around? Oh yeah. What is she doing? But yeah, either way, you can come back through any direction that you want to get back here to the lobby and hit the button once again to move on to the chapel segment, which you can just run straight through here. But this hallway and connecting area also will often, if not always, have a poster in it somewhere. So you can potentially just use these 3 spots, the lobby, this area, and the chapel, and get guaranteed all 3 posters. But this area is a little bit less reliable in my opinion. There might be one like through there somewhere or something like that, but usually you can find that one outstanding poster and then use the lobby and chapel ones to get through to get the 3 you need. But yeah, head into the chapel. You need to smash the jukebox, and we can grab our poster. It'll be on one of these 3 pillars that are like in the corners almost of the room. Always will spawn there, at least, or yeah, no, at least it will always spawn there. And then we have the final, pretty much the final section where we need to find the keys and also restart the generator in the basement. So before you head out, I check the key locations, and we got heart and fire, and then we want to head out this way. This is just the way I do it. You can do it every way you want. Make sure to check this right here to see if it's open. You want it to be, if it's a door, make sure it's unlocked or bashed through the planks, just because you're going to be coming back that way later and potentially being chased, so you want to have that ability to get through there quickly. On more difficult trials, this basement will have the night vision guy, which makes it quite a lot harder. So it's very nice if you have your strong arm or your stun rig available to fend him off while you are using the gas and getting the generator started. In Genesis here, it's just a regular X-pop, so as long as you're not too loud, you shouldn't have any issues really. Of course, we got pretty lucky on the gas canister spawn there, but you might need to find it in other locations. Also, this right here could be a secret room. Again, we did not get that, although we do have a poster. But yeah, the gas could be anywhere. You know, it could be like on that bench over there, on any of the shelves in the area. But usually, it is not too difficult to find the gas canister, and then wherever the generator can also spawn. See, here's one of them as well. The generator can also spawn pretty much anywhere around the basement. It can be in these back room areas. It can be out in the main area. It's nice when it's in one of these back room areas because there is also always a screamer down here as well, who can be quite annoying if it's in the main area, and like, because you can even set the screamer off just by filling up the gas or flipping these switches if the generator is close enough to it. Screamer is always an annoyance for sure, but yeah, pretty much standard generator start. We haven't even seen the X-pop, but just flip the switches after filling up the gas, and you can just pull the cord and you're home free on this section. Again, the night vision guy will be a lot more annoying in general, but as long as you have some items and your rig available, you can deal with them that way. And that's, again, only on the more difficult versions of the trial. Then we head out through this little side door and out the basement door right here that leads straight to the courtyard. And this is where you're going to be finding your keys, and there will be an X-Pop patrolling this area as well. Similarly to Kill the Snitch, these keys are kind of segmented. So there's going to be one in this lower courtyard area. We found our heart key here. So that includes this area right here, anywhere in the outside area, and then there's interiors there and there and there, where it could also be. And then there will be one key in this upper section, and I'm just going to use my stun rig on this guy since he's interrupting me when I'm trying to explain things. But there's also going to be one key in this upper area, which is all throughout this spot here. So it could be this, could be in here, although we got the secret room there, which is, of course, an additional spawn of the secret room. We're looking for fire. Oh, okay, this guy's still onto me, so I'm just going to run down here to lose him. But, yeah, that's pretty much how it works, although I guess maybe the key that was up there could be considered as part of the upper area. The game is, again, a little bit ambiguous on that, as we've seen from Kill the Snitch in the past, so I can look around here without too much worry, and we pick up a rig recharger, which is nice. That's going to be the star. I mean, if in my first instinct would be that it should be in the upper area somewhere, but again, that ambiguity is always a bit annoying, and you know, since that guy was... Wait, where... Oh, wait, what the hell happened there? Did he, like, skip into the... Ah, yeah, see, so the key is right there. So we can use the brick on him and then grab it. So yeah, if it's up on that little raised platform, I guess it counts as being in the upper area. But yeah, that's pretty much just how it works. Is either there'll be something down here in one of these interiors, or upper in the upper courtyard. It's basically at the end of the day. And then, of course, we are at the very end of the trial, so this is one of the not so fortunate secret room spawns you can get. But I pointed out the 4 that are, in my opinion, far and away most common. And wow, this button is far away from the secret room itself. Hopefully we can get out of his vision in time and get in here. I think we did. Well, there's no hiding spot in here, so hopefully it doesn't come in here, but yeah, we can grab our boosters, might as well. I mean, just to show it off. Always good to come in the secret room because there is a guaranteed rig recharger, and all these boosters are very helpful, especially the stamina one, in my opinion. And if you want, you have health pickups and batteries and you know, the master lockpick if you want it. But yeah, those 4 spots that I pointed out, the one in the above the lobby, which is really nice to get because it's so early on, the one in the film reels area, the one in the basement, and this one are the 4 most common, although that bathroom, I guess, can possibly be one in the boys' dorm. And then I think in the back of the girls' dorm, there can also be one. But again, I've never actually seen them. That's just the word on the street. So take that with a grain of salt. But if you can't find it in any of the 4 locations that I showed, then definitely check one of those. But anyway, yeah, as you saw, after getting the keys, we basically came back through this little doorway that we opened up earlier, which is why I'm said to do that. Slam those keys into their respective locks, and then you can cut the... we can serve the body here. But... yeah, that's pretty much it for this trial. I mean, I've messed up a decent amount. I stepped on a psychosis mine, then I got hit there, although that was a really weird hit. The guy kind of jumped down and hit me at the same time. A little bit of cheese. I think he did. Maybe I saw incorrectly, but yeah. This is pretty much the end of the trial here, and what's going to happen now is after the little cutscene thing happens here, Gooseberry will come through this door. And what I used to do is just hit her with a stun and run right past her, but on higher difficulty trials, there will be a large X-Pop waiting for you down in that courtyard who can be annoying to deal with. So this is the new strategy that I use, where you just go through this. So as you can see, there's Gooseberry. Just go through. Oh, hey, poster. Just go through that garage door, and then this way to the right. Take a right, and you're basically home free, done, and out of the trial. You just go this way, back through the hallway to the lobby. And then we take a quick right through the exit doors. Gooseberry may be right here on your left. There she is. She comes through that door. But you can just, you know, use your rig or whatever to stun her. Or if you're quick, you can probably beat her here and then sort of kite her around this ending area. But yeah, just hit that. And again, on higher difficulties, a large X-Pop will be out here who you can deal with in a similar manner to Gooseberry. I'm gonna get rid of those. And yeah, so the broken glass here would be a bit annoying to deal with if you're trying to kite her, but you should be able to like do something like this to avoid Gooseberry. And I stepped on the broken glass trying to demonstrate it, but just running some sort of a loop like that if you don't have your rig or anything available to delay her. And that's pretty much it. Hopefully I still got an A+. I made a lot of mistakes there, but I did get a lot of extra posters. And we did. That's A+, 17 minutes and 33 seconds on Cleanse the Orphans. So maybe avoid stepping on random psychosis mines and taking accidental glass traps at the end of the trial. But either way, that's my strategy for Cleanse the Orphans. Pretty much, the same. I pretty much do the same thing every time on that trial. And yeah, those are like, a couple little tips and things like that in there to help you out. But yeah, for the most part, it's not too difficult. I'd say probably the most difficult sections are the film reels on higher difficulty variators, and then the basement when the night vision guy is down there. Finding the keys can sometimes be annoying when the X-Pop won't leave you alone, like kind of what happened to me. But strong arm bricks can really put those guys down for quite a while usually, so that can help a lot in those scenarios. But yeah, that's going to be it. And then in the next one, we are going to be doing the rebirth trial. So I'm looking forward to going through that with you all. And that should help out, I think, a lot of people, since it seems like a lot of people ask for that one a lot of the time. Let me know your thoughts in the comments for if there's any way I can improve this series, make it better for you, or anything else you'd like to say. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.